Hi guys!
Hi!
We're back with a little vlog about our adventures now that we're house sitting. We're gonna talk a little bit about the things we've done during our house sitting, and Kenji's gonna start it off with our orientation tour in Perth.
Yeah, so we're doing house sit near Perth, not in Perth. And if you want to explore more about the city center of Perth, you can do a few things. You can download an app, Perth Trails, which has some trails you can do through the city, or you can just go to the city center and see where the wind blows. Or you can do a city tour trip with iCity. It's a small tourist information center in the heart of Perth city center. They have a few tours, some are paid, some are free. We took the one that gives a basic idea about the city and the history and the layout.
Yeah, it's the orientation tour from iCity. I think they do it like Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 9:45 or something. But check out the website. We'll link it in the description down below.
So what they basically do is you can just go to the small office and just say you want to do the orientation tour. Then a volunteer will pick you up together with maybe other people that want to do the tour, and they will just guide you through the city center. Now, some parts we already knew, but not what they are or what history is about or something. So they start off at the big square behind iCity, where there is a lot of things to do. This is where Perth originally started. You can see the old buildings. I won't go into detail because otherwise I will be doing the job of the volunteer.
And it will take 90 minutes.
And it will, we spent way more time.
I know.
But they will tell you a bit about the history of the city and the buildings. Not only that, but also the small tips and tricks. For example, you have the Black Cat buses. Those black buses are free in the city center. You can just hop on, hop off. You don't have to pay. You have a few stands where they will stop, and you can just hail the bus if it comes, and they do just certain loops. Other things they will tell you is about where not to go at night. Northbridge is just on the other side of the city center, and that is the big happening of the night scene. You have some bars, you have restaurants. Our guide told us that it can be really dangerous after 10 p.m. because of the drunk people and stuff. And the walk is really nice. They say it's 90 minutes, but I think it took us like more than 2 hours.
Yeah, I think she gave us a little bit extra, and that was okay. But at some point we're like, okay, this was supposed to be 90 minutes, we're done.
Yeah. Also, she told us that Western Australia wasn't a penal colony at first, but then they noticed that convicted criminals could help build up stuff. So they didn't have a city hall for a very long time, and then they got some convicts from the east side, and they built up the city hall. So it was really nice to see.
Yeah, and it's like all the little inside stories that she told that made it extra special. Like you're just paying attention to details of a building, or you're just learning a little bit about the history, or how COVID impacted Perth a little bit. Yeah, so the thing we noticed when we were going for the city tour is that they were putting out the displays of Christmas lights.
Yeah.
And there were going to be 2 walks throughout the city with different lights. So we put that on our list for the next time, and we went back to Perth on a Friday night because the stores closed really early here, around 6. We thought it wouldn't be any fun to be in the city that's all closed up and look at Christmas lights. And on Friday they are open until 9 p.m. Yeah, the city was bustling, and there were people, and there was an atmosphere, and we saw the lights, and
it was Black Friday.
Yeah, it was a bit busy. But that's also when we learned about the food market that they have every Friday at the square. Our guide said something about it, but I thought it was only that Friday, but it's every Friday for the coming period. They have food stalls, you can get like all these different types of cuisines. And the light trail was really fun because it was different types of lights. So you had like a Christmas tree built out of lights, but there were also these projections, and we walked under a canopy of light. So it was very diverse. We only did the first part of the trail, so we still have to go back for the second part.
Yep.
For one of our day trips, we went to Fremantle.
Oh yeah. Well, it was pretty cool. We went by public transport as well, with our Smart Rider card.
Yes, we're very smart.
Yeah, we had to top it up again because we use it a lot. So Fremantle is a small laid-back town just outside Perth. It was a little bit early, so most stores weren't open yet. The stores that were open already had some Christmas decoration. We were looking for coffee, which is a big deal here because they say that Australia has really good coffee, but we haven't got any good coffee. Then we started walking and we found a tourist information center. We went in and some lady was helping us, really nice. And that's something typical Australian, I think. They're really helpful and not only there to talk about their job. We had a good conversation about other stuff as well. So from the tourist information, we went to the prison, which is a big deal in Fremantle. It's a prison that was built at the end of the 19th century, so 80, 90, I don't know. And it was used until 1991. And it was really famous, and not in a good way, because of the situation of the prisoners. They didn't have any sanitation. They had to do their thing in buckets. It is and was a really old prison built by the convicts of the penal colony as when Western Australia accepted the convicts. Big stories. It's free to enter. There are two parts actually. There is a free part and there is a paid part. The paid part, you get a tour and you can see things you won't see in the free part. And I think the paid part was $22 per person, I think. It was,
yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
And if they see you snooping around or trying to listen in, they stop with their information. It's very annoying. I did that.
Oh, that was the point I lost you, I think. But the free part also gives you some access to a lot of information about the living conditions of the convicts back in the 19th century, but also in the 20th century. And they have a small film where they have interviewed some convicts in 1991 before they closed it down. Fun story, I was walking around and some guy passed me and started talking, so I started talking back, and it was the groundskeeper, and he told me that there are live concerts at the prison yard now. So where the convicts used to live, there's now an area where they keep the concert or other live events, and the gate is closed when there's nothing to do, but it will open when there are some events. So it was really nice. Walked around a little bit. There's a small beach you can see in Fremantle. There's a small boulevard.
I like the vibe of Fremantle because it's very laid back and you have the beach and all the buildings sort of look like New Orleans with all the banisters and there's a lot. The atmosphere is very good.
It's laid back. It's sometimes you feel like you're indeed in New Orleans or South America if you've been to South America, of course.
Yeah. So that was a fun day trip, and then the other day trip that we did was we took the subway to the other side of the line to Mandurah, because the couple that we're house sitting with next told us that if we wanted to see dolphins, we should really go there, and we have a thing with finding dolphins now because we haven't been that lucky during the road trip. And also Mandurah has light trails, and that started on December 1st, so that's the day that we went. And there are these giants that you could see there. So I think the first thing we did is go to the visitor center again.
We love visitor centers.
To find out about these giants, and it's really funny because they made it very interactive. You get this booklet and there's coordinates and you have to find them. It's very secret. You have to find them all, and then there's another one. But there was also this map with all the locations on there. So we said, can we just have the map, please? So we know where it is. We don't want to do it. It was fine, we got them, but all the giants that are actually in Mandurah are nowhere near the city center. They were pretty hard to reach, and it was all in the instructions. They all stated, go to this parking lot and start hiking. And we're like, how do we get to the parking lot?
Hiking.
So we skipped that for that day, and we just walked around in Mandurah. It's not the same vibe as Fremantle. Mandurah itself, it's like a marina town. If you're lucky, you do get to see dolphins. Usually when you're about to give up, they will show themselves. That's what happened to us.
Pretty close as well.
Yeah. Yeah, and the Christmas lights were fun to see, but yeah, usually they're better to see at night. You can actually take a canal cruise and see the whole city decorated,
On
but
a pirate
that's
ship.
very expensive as well.
Yeah.
But it was fun to be somewhere else and to see a different city and yeah, really discover what the different towns are all about. Yeah, that's a little summary of what we've been up to when house sitting.
Yeah, and in Mandurah, the mermaid spot does not contain any mermaids.
Just like the stingray spot doesn't have any stingrays, or the dolphin pool doesn't have any dolphins.
It's like when they name something after an animal or mythical beast or something, there's nothing.
Yeah, you won't find it there.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what we've been doing.
Yeah, we're gonna go back to Perth at least one more time for the other light trail. I saw something about carols in the park, which is very Christmassy. We
Yeah.
can do that.
We can go to Burnbury, to the Christmas carnival.
Yeah, so we'll update you next time if we've done anything else exciting.
Yeah, we're spending Christmas with 40 degrees and sun, so that's new. Well, it's not new for us.
That's
but
not new. We
yeah.
did that during our world trip as well. It's very nice and very warm and very.
Yeah, true.
I like it.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the most things we've been doing. We won't tell about doing groceries or something because that's not really interesting.
Well, the fun thing about having an actual house is that you get to do some decent cooking and you get to do some decent baking. So that's always fun.
Well, start baking then.
Yeah, I will. We just finished the last cupcake, so I have to go back to the store and get something. So that's a little bit about our adventures when house sitting. We've posted this on Polar Steps as well, and you'll see something about that in on our YouTube Shorts and on TikTok as well. So make sure you either follow us on one of those platforms. Oh, we forgot one important thing. We have a calendar now that we made from our pictures from this trip and our previous trip. A wall calendar for 2023. It's on our website right now. You can see a preview of the pictures that are in there. And it's very exciting because I think my copy should arrive either today or tomorrow. So we get to see the real one. And the good thing is it ships all over the world. So just go check it out if you are looking for something fun to put on your wall or you need a Christmas present. Don't forget about our beautiful wall calendar.
Yeah, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.
Yes.
We can use it, and then you can follow us, and you'll get a notification when we post new stuff.
Yeah. Well, let's go get some more coffee and get back to work.
Good idea.
See you next time.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.